Good afternoon, meteorologist Dean Davison, the Weather Pros, and Responding Fire. We're talking about our local forecast and the tropics with Dorian. Dorian is now a Category 2 storm. It is getting stronger as it's going to get itself to Florida very much in the near future. Taking a look at Dorian, 110-mile-an-hour winds, high Cat 2, going towards the Turks Caicos. You can actually now see a visible eye with Dorian. You can see nice outflow and inflow here, and the storm will actually get stronger as it goes to the west here. The weather models are converging, so for landfall between Cocoa Beach and Boynton Beach, that would include anywhere in like Broward County up to past Port St. Lucie, and actually that area, Port St. Lucie, Fort Pierce, Stewart, those areas with the models right now are the prime spot for a landfall. And beyond that, like I said, we can get anywhere in the box here can get it. So anywhere from West Palm Beach, a little bit further south of that, all the way up to roughly south of Daytona could get the actual center. Now, we never paid attention to the center. This thing is going to be pretty wide, so anybody in that area, as I was talking about, Port St. Lucie, Stewart, West Palm Beach, even Miami, may get some wind. Jacksonville, and eventually this is going to turn. So inland issues, as you're going to see here, even towards like Orlando and Jacksonville, and this may continue to turn, as I will show you in the models coming up, and actually ride inland or along the coast and then back inland. You can see here a lot of the models converging to a mid-category 3 to a mid-category 4 storm at landfall. Temperatures are high, so it's not fueling. It's fueling the storm, not making it actually bad. So the chances of it actually getting weaker are actually lessening. So we take a look at what the models are showing spaghetti plots. As you see, a lot of this is pushing between, like I said, right where Lake Okeechobee comes over and Fort Pierce area. That area seems to be, between those areas, seem to be a very high probability of landfall position. Like it's a very strong storm, but all the models, most of the models, I should say, whether it goes to the west coast or just hugs inland, will push the storm around, and then beyond that, North Carolina, Virginia could have some play in this. As you see, this is the GEFS, where I look at what a Canadian would think for this. And like I said, this turns sharp, but a lot of the models actually put it along the Carolina coast. So if we take a look at that, this is what your HWRF for what the Hurricane Center model is. And like I said, here's Lake Okeechobee. This is like the Fort Pierce area. This would be where the low would come in based on this model. Like I said, there's a lot of variabilities whether the model will or will not. There's still some time for landfall position. So we're not going to pay attention to landfall position, just to say that if you're in Florida, I would highly recommend you start getting your stuff together. And this could be very damaging, and pay attention to what your local officials are saying. If they say to evacuate, I highly recommend it. That should be coming up probably the next 24 hours. We would learn evacuations probably this evening or tomorrow. People are holding press conferences as we speak. Like I said, if we go by the GFS, this is where it puts it by next Friday. You would have effects here in Virginia and Southwest Virginia. You see the wind? So wind and actual rain could affect this, because when this storm starts to weaken and go north, it'll expand. It'll expand its wind field. And when it expands its wind field, it'll expand the amount of rain it gets. So we could be seeing some kind of if this model holds, and actually the Euro is not far off, and I'll show you that in a second. If it expands like this, we will see some precipitation by the end of next week from Dorian here in the Roanoke Valley. Like I said, here you go. Here the winds would still affect us no matter what, even with the Euro. So that being said, two very good models stating that this is a possibility. Like I said, Florida, absolutely you need to prepare now. And then the Carolinas, you may get a second hit. So it all depends how the storm is and where it weakens and how long it stays in one spot. Either way, with tropical storms at landfall, tornadoes are always possible, gusty winds, and rain. Here's a map of Florida's counties. Like I said, from Broward County all the way up, I would say to Volusia, that right now would be your landfall potential areas. But anybody in Florida needs, on the East Coast of Florida, needs to be paying attention and listening to their local officials. But that being said, those areas, here's Lake Okeechobee, here's St. Lucie, like I said, Fort Pierce would be in this area. Those areas are areas that are strongly been showing the last few days as areas of potential landfall. But like I said, things can change in the next 24 to 48 hours where it could be anywhere on the east coast of Florida. So there's not really a model. There's a model ensemble, but and it's not more than two that show it missing Florida completely, but in staying off the coast. That's very highly doubtful at this point. But to put into play, there's over a 50% chance. I would say probably close to 80% chance of a landfalling hurricane in Florida. I would say it's probably closer to 90, but where is exactly the problem? And like I said, beyond that, it comes into our weather possibly by the end of next week. So stuff to keep an eye on for sure. So this afternoon to this evening, 88 degrees, sunshine, beautiful weather. Lower humidity, 64 tonight, a little chilly. 86 on Saturday, or for a barbecue if you're going to have one. 65 Saturday night. Sunday, 85 with some mix of sun and clouds. 88 Labor Day. Great for going down the lake or anything else you want to do. Get a little warmer on Tuesday and Wednesday with 90 degrees as temperatures drop to 82 by the time we get to Thursday. And we may get the impact by Thursday into Friday from Dorian, which then could change the Thursday forecast into more windy, cloudy, and breezy issue as we head towards next weekend. But we still got time to watch that. But be very, very cautious, and please take it seriously down in Florida. This is meteorologist Dean Davison, the Weather Pros, responding fire. Thanks very much for watching. Have a great day.